Hello and welcome to Mastermind with me, Clive Myrie. In the spotlight tonight are Anthony Smith, a customer service team leader. His specialist subject is the Roman Emperor Claudius. Cal Dixit, a senior account manager. She'll be answering questions on the Watergate Scandal. Caroline Grogan, a visitor assistant. Her subject is Andrew Lloyd Webber's The Phantom of the Opera. And John Robinson, a teacher. His subject is the 20th century art movement, Futurism. From little seeds, mighty oaks can grow. And for our contenders tonight, the ground is being prepared for a field of dreams. Imagine winning this magnificent glass bowl and being able to say you're a Mastermind champion. Aye, that is a harvest beyond compare. But to blossom and bloom, you need to answer 2 minutes of specialist subject questions and 2.5 minutes on general knowledge for a place in the semi-finals. So, can I ask our first contender to join us, please? Your name?
Anthony Smith.
Your occupation?
Customer service team leader.
And your specialist subject?
The Emperor Claudius.
The Roman emperor who came to power in AD 41 and began the Roman conquest of Britain. In 2 minutes, let's go. Claudius was declared emperor of Rome at the age of 50 following the death of Caligula, who was what blood relation to him?
Nephew.
Yes. Shortly after he became emperor, Claudius received a group of 12 envoys, among them the priest Chaeremon, representing the Greeks of which city, asking if they could form a council?
Alexandria.
Yes, Claudius was committed to invading Britain, but his troops were afraid to get on the boats to cross the water until which of his freedmen urged them on board?
Narcissus.
Yes, Claudius ordered a massive road-building program, including, in AD 41, the restoration of which route along the south coast of France through Narbonne and Nîmes?
The Via Domitia.
Yes. Shortly after Roman troops had invaded southern Britain in AD 43, Claudius, who travelled separately with an entourage from Rome, appeared in person to lead the triumphant procession into which city?
Camalodunum.
Yes. Several large public construction projects undertaken by Claudius included the draining of which lake into the river Liris to control flooding?
The Fucine Lake.
Yes, in AD 49, Claudius married his niece Agrippina, who became the first wife of a living emperor to be honoured with what title?
Empress.
No, Augusta. Claudius introduced new letters into the Roman alphabet, including what letter that resembles an inverted F in uppercase and stands for a W sound, and which still appears on a boundary stone marking the extended pomerium, or edge, of the city of Rome?
Ash.
No, digamma. According to his tomb inscription, the imperial freedman Pallas was offered payment of 15 million sesterces and decreed the insignia of what office for his loyalty and devotion to Claudius?
Treasury.
No, praetor. To ensure reliable grain supplies to Rome, Claudius ordered the development of which nearby harbour, where, it said, he took part in the hunting of a whale that had become trapped there during construction?
Ostia.
Yes, which senator? I've studied, so I'll finish. Which senator who became consul in AD 49 was chosen by Claudius to take command of the annexation of Lycia?
Veranius.
Yes, Quintus Veranius. And Anthony, at the end of that round, you had no passes. You've got 8 points. And our next contender, please. Your name?
Cal Dixit.
Your occupation?
Senior account manager.
And your specialist subject?
The Watergate Scandal.
The cover-up of a break-in at the Democratic National Committee offices in the Watergate complex in Washington, which led to the resignation of President Richard Nixon. In 2 minutes. Let's go. The Special Investigations Unit set up at Nixon's bidding to tackle security breaches at the White House, whose activities led to the Watergate scandal, became known by what name after one member said he was helping the president stop some leaks?
The Plumbers.
Yes, suspicions that the Nixon administration might be corrupt emerged when what major company was given a favourable ruling by the Justice Department when it wanted to acquire a number of smaller companies?
IT&T.
Yes. What was the title of the syndicated newspaper column written by the journalist Jack Anderson, which exposed early corruption in the White House?
Washington Times.
No, Washington merry-go-round. Which member of the team that broke into the Democrats' Watergate offices made a round trip to Miami earlier that day to collect the right tools?
Colson.
No, Virgilio R. Gonzalez. What was the name of the former FBI agent who was hired as a bodyguard in May 1972 and was then moved into the Howard Johnson Motel across the road from the DNC's offices in order to conduct surveillance?
I've completely forgotten his name. Colson. I can't remember.
No, Al Baldwin. Although much of the scandal was uncovered by the Washington Post journalists Bob Woodward and Carl Bernstein, the newspaper's first major article about the affair was attributed to which other journalist?
I don't know. Pass.
What pseudonym was used by the private detective Tony U. Lasowitz when he was asked to secretly deliver money to the Watergate burglars and others?
Markowitz.
No, Mr. Rivers. In 2005, which senior FBI official finally revealed that he was the person identified as Deep Throat, the secret contact who leaked information to the Washington Post?
W. Mark Feltz.
Yes, which historic room in the Russell Senate office building in Washington was the venue for the Senate Committee's Watergate hearings, chaired by Senator Sam Ervin, that began in May 1973?
Oval Room.
No, the caucus room. What was the name of the Washington Post? I've started, so I'll finish. What was the name of the Washington Post cartoonist who included the president in his drawing of the Watergate break-in with the caption, "Who would think of doing such a thing"?
John Smith.
No, it was Herblock. So, Cal, you had just the one past. Woodward and Bernstein from the Washington Post, they're usually linked to the story, but it actually appeared in the paper under the name of Alfred E. Lewis to begin with. So at the end of that round, Cal, you've got 3 points. And our next contender, please. Your name,
Caroline Grogan.
your occupation,
Visitor assistant.
and your specialist subject.
Andrew Lloyd Webber's The Phantom of the Opera.
The long-running hit musical and its sequel, Love Never Dies, on stage and screen in 2 minutes. Let's go. Which British theatre impresario was the producer for the first performance of The Phantom of the Opera in 1986 and was still in the role for its 15,000th West End performance in June 2024?
Cameron Mackintosh.
Yes, in Act 1, Scene 1, the opera company's new owners, Monsieur André and Monsieur Firmin, visit the company during rehearsals for a fictional opera with what title?
Hannibal.
Yes, which British singer performed the part of the Phantom on a UK top 10 single of the musical's title song released 9 months before the show premiered?
Steve Harley.
Yes, the show's original director, Hal Prince, said that he took inspiration from what 1980s television documentary about the romantic lives of people with disabilities?
Pass.
What's the title of the musical number that Carlotta, the opera company's lead soprano, is performing when a backdrop mysteriously crashes onto the stage, prompting her to storm off and be replaced by the young chorus girl, Christine?
Think of Me.
Yes, the original Broadway production of The Phantom of the Opera won 7 Tony Awards, including 2 for which costume and set designer?
Maria Bjornsson.
Yes, in the 2004 film adaptation, Carlotta is played by Minnie Driver, though in the musical numbers, her voice is dubbed over by which British soprano?
Pass.
In Love Never Dies, set years after the events of the original musical, the Phantom has fled to Coney Island, where he runs an amusement park under what pseudonym?
Mr. Y.
Yes, the lyrics for The Phantom of the Opera were written mainly by Charles Hart and Richard Stilgoe, though which British musician is credited with providing additional lyrics for the title song?
Alan Jana.
No, Mike Batt. Which actor who played both the Phantom and his love rival Raoul in the West End in the 2000s makes a cameo appearance in the 2004 film as Christine's father, Gustav?
Ramin Karimloo.
Yes. In which song from Love Never Dies does Christine sing, "I know I can't refuse and yet I wish I could"? A line she also sings in the original musical.
Before the performance.
Yes, the film version of The Phantom of the Opera. I've started, so I'll finish. The film version of The Phantom of the Opera includes a flashback scene in which the young Phantom is kept in a cage as a fairground attraction with a banner that labels him as what?
The Devil's Child.
Yes, the Devil's Child. Caroline, you had the 2 passes. In the 2004 film adaptation, Carlotta is played by Minnie Driver. The musical numbers are actually sung by Margaret Priest. And the show's original director, Hal Prince, said he took inspiration from the television documentary The Skin Horse. So at the end of that round, Caroline, you've got 9 points. And our final contender, please. Your name,
John Robinson.
your occupation,
Teacher.
and your specialist subject.
Futurism.
The art movement founded in Italy at the start of the 20th century, which celebrated the speed and technology of the modern world. In 2 minutes, let's go. The movement began in earnest when which Italian poet's manifesto of Futurism was published on the front page of Le Figaro in February 1909?
Filippo Marinetti.
Yes, the 1912 painting Dynamism of a Dog on a Leash by Giacomo Balla depicts a woman walking what breed of dog?
Dachshund.
Yes, which artist's 1911 oil painting Music depicts a five-handed pianist in the midst of a performance, surrounded by an audience of grinning masks?
Luigi Russolo.
Yes, what's the main title of the manifesto written by Luigi Russolo in 1913 that recommends turning the sounds of the city and nature into music?
Art of Noises.
Yes, the surname of which artist appears on the cover of The Bolted Book, a 240-page object book full of his designs and typographical experiments, held together by 2 industrial bolts?
Fortunato de Pero.
Yes, in 1935, Arturo Ciacelli created a large mural for which club located at the Liguria Stadium in Turin?
Boggia Boggia.
Yes, which futurist architect from Como, who was perhaps best known for a series of sketches entitled The New City, was killed in battle at the age of just 28 in October 1916?
Antonio Sant'Elia.
Yes, what was the name of the futurist restaurant opened by Filippo Marinetti in Turin in 1931, which featured as one of its dishes chicken permeated with the taste of steel balls?
Taverna del Santa Palato.
Yes, the first futurist exhibition to be held outside Italy was hosted in February 1912 by which gallery in Paris?
Gallery Bernheim Jeune.
Yes, which French artist, dancer and poet wrote the Manifesto of Futurist Woman in 1912, a feminist response to the Manifesto of Futurism elicited by the perceived misogyny of Marinetti's text?
Valentine de Saint-Point.
Yes, Umberto Boccioni's 1913 sculpture of a faceless, helmeted figure striding purposefully towards the future is entitled Unique Forms of what?
Continuity in Space.
Yes, which Ravenna-born artist directed the first futurist film, Vita Futurista, or Futurist Life, in collaboration with Filippo Marinetti in 1916?
Ginnah.
It is Arnaldo Ginnah. John, no passes. You got them all right. 12 points.
Thank you.
And at the end of the specialist subjects round, let's have a look at the scores. In 4th place with 3 points is Cal. In 3rd place with 8 points is Anthony. In 2nd place with 9 points is Caroline. And in 1st place with 12 points, it's John. So now the general knowledge round. And if there's a tie at the end, then the number of passes is taken into account, and the person with the fewer passes is the winner. And if they're tied on passes as well, it's a tie break. So let's ask Cal to join us again, please. So, Cal, you start with 3 points. You've now got 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. Let's go. The King's Indian defence is a response to an opening move in what board game?
Chess.
Yes, what's the positive square root of 144?
12.
Yes, Götterdämmerung is the final opera in a series of 4 written over many years by which German composer?
Wagner.
Yes, in the traditional sequence of the 7 colours of the rainbow, what shade of bluish purple comes between blue and violet?
Indigo.
Yes, at a press conference in 1995, which French footballer famously remarked that when the seagulls follow the trawler, it's because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea?
Eric Cantona.
Yes, what's the name of the television personality who joined This Morning as a reporter in 2003 and succeeded Paul O'Grady as the presenter of For the Love of Dogs in 2024?
Alison Hammond.
Yes, what genus of bacteria known to cause serious illness when ingested via contaminated cheese and meat is named after a British pioneer of antiseptic surgery?
E. coli.
No, Listeria, in which Shakespeare play does the title character, on hearing of the death of his wife, deliver a soliloquy containing the line, tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow?
King Lear.
No, Macbeth. Which singer, born Anna Mae Bullock in Tennessee in 1939, had UK hit albums in the 1980s entitled Private Dancer, Break Every Rule and Foreign Affair?
Tina Turner.
Yes, the Andean bear, native to South America, is also commonly known by what name, referring to the distinctive markings around its eyes?
Red Panda.
No, spectacled bear. In May 2023, which member of the royal family gave birth to a baby boy who was named Ernest George Ronnie and became 13th in line to the throne?
Princess Eugenie.
Yes, in Greek mythology, the city of Athens was named after the goddess Athena, after she won a contest for patronage against which god?
Zeus.
No, Poseidon. The 2022 film See How They Run takes its title from a line in what traditional nursery rhyme?
Hickory Dickory Dock.
No, Three Blind Mice. What pulse, widely used in Mediterranean and Asian cookery, is sometimes known as a garbanzo or garbanzo bean?
Broad bean.
No, chickpea. A story that involves intrigue, secrecy and deception is often described as being cloak and what?
Dagger.
Yes, which Labour politician who died in 2015 served as the UK's Defence Secretary under Harold Wilson and as Chancellor of the Exchequer in both the Wilson and Callaghan governments of the 1970s?
Neil Kinnock.
No, Dennis Healey in 2010. I've started, so I'll finish. In 2010, a zebra crossing on which street in North London was granted Grade 2 listed status for its cultural and historical importance?
Abbey Road.
It is Abbey Road. Well, at the end of that round, Callie, you had no passes. You've got 13 points. And next up, let's have Anthony again. So, Anthony, you start with 8 points. The score to beat as it stands is 13 points, and you've got 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. Let's go. What name is given to the long, tubular, indigenous Australian wind instrument, usually made of wood and known for producing a low-pitched, droning sound?
Didgeridoo.
Yes, postcodes beginning with the letters NG cover addresses in and around which English city in the East Midlands?
Nottingham.
Yes, which film director, who died in 2015, created the Nightmare on Elm Street horror franchise and directed the first 4 Scream films?
Wes Craven.
Yes, which French term, which translates as rotten pot, is used in English for a mixture of dried flowers and spices placed in a bowl to provide a pleasant smell in a room?
Potpourri.
Yes, in maths, the letters HCF stand for highest common what?
Factor.
Yes, which Czech tennis player won the Wimbledon Ladies Singles Championship in 2011 and again in 2014?
Novotná.
No, Petra Kvitova. The 2011 book, Masters of Nothing, about the global financial crisis, was written by Matt Hancock and which other Conservative politician?
George Osborne.
No, Nadeem Zahawi. Virginia Plain, Street Life and Love is the Drug were UK hit singles in the 1970s for which band?
Roxy Music.
Yes, Andorra is a small country bordered by France and Spain and situated in the peaks of what mountain range?
Pyrenees.
Yes, in July 2023, at the age of 82, which actress known for her roles in the Blackadder television series and the Harry Potter films made her debut as the cover star of British Vogue magazine?
Judi Dench.
No, Miriam Margolyes. What informal name used in the United States and Canada for a 10-cent coin is derived from a Latin term for a 10th part?
Dime.
Yes, which high-ranking Nazi leader was appointed German Minister for Propaganda in 1933, but took his own life in 1945 as the war in Europe came to an end?
Goebbels.
Yes, the painting medium known as tempera traditionally involves the use of colours made by mixing powdered pigment with what animal-derived substance?
Ink.
No, egg. What name derived from a Latin term for a small bag is given to any one of the many tiny hollows in the skin from which a hair grows?
Follicle.
Yes, the rock known as lodestone is a form of what mineral, one of the main ores of iron?
Hematite.
No, magnetite. When he succeeded to the British throne in 1936, the Duke of York took the regnal name George VI, but had what actual first name?
Edward.
No, Albert. Colony collapse disorder, often called CCD, is a phenomenon that directly affects what insects?
Ants.
No, honeybees. And at the end of that round, Anthony, you had no passes. You've got 18 points. Next up is Caroline. Caroline, you start with 9 points. The score to beat as it stands is 18 points, and you've got 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. Let's go. What African mammal is the tallest land animal in the world, some specimens reaching a height of up to 18 feet?
Giraffe.
Yes, in the Gregorian calendar, there are how many days in the month of December?
31.
Yes, in November 2023, Christopher Luxon was sworn in as the new Prime Minister of which Commonwealth country?
New Zealand.
Yes, what fruit juice is the main ingredient of a tequila sunrise cocktail and together with grenadine syrup gives it its distinctive colours?
Orange juice.
Yes, the American-born actor Lee Jun-fan, who popularised the martial arts film genre before his death in Hong Kong at the age of 32, is better known by what name?
Bruce Lee.
Yes, of the many moons of Jupiter, the 4 known collectively as its Galilean moons are Io, Europa, Callisto, and which other?
Pass.
In April 2024, which American singer topped the UK albums chart for the 12th time with the Tortured Poets Department?
Taylor Swift.
Yes, the Elevation of the Cross and the Descent from the Cross, both housed in the Cathedral of Our Lady in Antwerp, are 17th century triptychs by which Flemish painter?
Pass.
What tourist attraction in northwest England, standing more than 518 feet tall and inspired by a famous Parisian landmark, was opened to the public in 1894?
Blackpool Tower.
Yes, what 1986 coming-of-age film about a group of 4 boys is an adaptation of Stephen King's novella, The Body?
The Lost Boys.
No, Stand By Me. In which sport did Teófilo Stevenson win a gold medal for Cuba in 3 successive Olympics from 1972 to 1980?
500 metres.
No, boxing. In the game Rock, Paper, Scissors, which item is represented by a hand held out flat with the palm facing downwards?
Paper.
Yes, which city on the shore of the Caspian Sea is the capital of Azerbaijan?
Pass.
A 16th century Roman Catholic conspirator named Francis Throckmorton was executed for his role in a plot to overthrow which English queen?
Elizabeth I.
Yes, the International Television Award, first presented by the Swiss Broadcasting Corporation in 1961 in Montreux, is known as the Golden what?
Globe.
No, rose. Chapeau is the French word for what item of clothing?
Hat.
Yes, what's the medical name for the soft flap of tissue that hangs down at the back of the roof of the mouth and helps prevent food and fluids from entering the nasal cavity?
The uvula.
Yes, which legendary knight of King Arthur's Round Table was the son of Lancelot and Elaine and was successful in the quest for the Holy Grail?
Merlin.
No, Sir Galahad. Oh, Caroline, you had 3 passes. The capital of Azerbaijan is Baku. Peter Paul Rubens painted the Elevation of the Cross and the Descent from the Cross. And Ganymede is one of the 4 known Galilean moons. And at the end of that round, Caroline, you've got 20 points. And finally, let's have John again, please. John, you start with 12 points. The score to beat to get through to the semi-finals is Caroline's 20 points. You've got 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. Let's go. In the expression to go AWOL, originally used in the armed forces, the acronym AWOL stands for absent without what?
Leave.
Yes, what stage musical first performed in Paris in 1980, opened in London in 1985 and in 2006, overtook Cats as the longest-running musical in the West End?
Les Miserables.
Yes, what's the English name of the network of more than 5,000 miles of railway lines that connect Moscow with the far east of Russia?
The Trans-Siberian Railway.
Yes, in January 2024, which darts player won his first PDC World Championship, beating the teenager Luke Littler in the final?
Luke Humphreys.
Yes, what's the general name for the mainly nocturnal birds of prey that belong to the order Strigiformes?
Owls.
Yes, which metallic element with the atomic number 21 and the chemical symbol Sc is sometimes alloyed with aluminium to add strength?
Scandium.
Yes, which British actress won a Best Supporting Actress Oscar for her performance as a political activist in the 2005 film The Constant Gardener?
Olivia Colman.
No, Rachel Weisz. Which Greek island, the largest of the Cyclades, is the site of an ancient temple dedicated to the god Dionysus, who was believed to have grown up there?
Lesbos.
No, Naxos. What 1886 book by Francis Hodgson Burnett tells the story of a young American boy named Cedric Errol who inherits an English earldom and estate?
Little Lord Fauntleroy.
Yes, the traditional bingo call of top of the shop refers to what number?
90.
Yes, which broadcaster stars in the reality TV series first shown in 2021, in which he attempts to run a farm named Diddley Squat?
Jeremy Clarkson.
Yes, the name of which US state was used as a code name for one of the 5 French beaches where Allied forces landed during the invasion of Normandy in June 1944?
Utah.
Yes, which constellation and sign of the zodiac has the alternative name, the Lion?
Leo.
Yes, which American rapper and singer had UK hit singles in 2019 entitled Wow, Goodbyes and Circles?
Drake.
No, Post Malone. In 2011, Chalk Valley in Wiltshire began hosting an annual festival dedicated to what academic subject?
Painting.
No, history. The South African-born scientist Max Tyler was awarded the 1951 Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine for developing a vaccine against what viral disease?
Polio.
No, yellow fever. The National Public Service Broadcasting Corporation of Australia is known by what name, comprising 3 consecutive letters of the alphabet?
ABC.
It is ABC. John, at the end of that round, you had no passes. You've done it. You've got 24 points.
Thank you very much.
So let's have a look at the final scores. In 4th place with 13 points is Cal. In 3rd place with 18 points, it's Anthony. In 2nd place with 20 points is Caroline. And in 1st place with 24 points is John, which means he goes through to the semi-finals. Congratulations to him. If you'd like to be a contender in the next series, please go to our website, bbc.co.uk/mastermind. And you can follow us as ever at Mastermind Quiz. Join us again next time for more Masterminds. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
I feel incredible after winning my heat. There's a lot of pressure. The other contestants were really good. So, yeah, delighted to have won.
And your specialist subject?
Futurism. So the shirt that I chose to wear today sort of links a little bit with the Futurist movement. Today we're all about being expressive and being loud and being the centre of attention. Maybe I'm a bit of the centre of attention with my loud lemon shirt.
And in 1st place with 24 points is John, which means he goes through to the semi-finals. Congratulations to him.
I previously won £500,000 on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but to be honest, winning the Glass Bowl on Mastermind is priceless. So I think if I were to win this, that'd be even more special than winning £500,000.